to show you how to apply the pockets to the pants. So you did some markings way back at the beginning, and there's 2 little dots right here, and those are going to be important after we sew the pocket to the pant. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just make a small little clip right here to let me know that that's where those dots are, just in case I have to, you know, after I press it, those dots will disappear because it's disappearing ink. So it's on that side and it's on this side as well. So I'm going to click on that, just make a little tiny little cut, not very big, within the seam allowance. And then I'm going to do that on the other side as well, because you're going to put 4 pockets on here. All right, so now I have the right side of the fabric of the pant, and actually it's the front. So I have the right side up, and what I'm going to do is take one of these pockets and put right sides together, matching the notch here. And I'm going to pin that in place. And then I'll do the other side, right sides together. So now I took care of the front pocket, and I'll do the back pocket next. And then I'll do the back. Make sure the right side is facing up. Right side, because I can see the seam here. Right sides together. Match my notch. And once I get this pinned, then we're going to stitch a and then we'll do the other side, and that, and that edge. All right, so now I'm going to stitch a 1/4 inch seam. So I'm going to stitch, oh, let me go over here. This is we're going to be doing step number 29 and 30 and 31. And it's going to be a 1/4 inch seam. The 1/4 inch seam is the edge of the foot to the edge of the fabric. Oh, I have to take it off zigzag. Do that 4 times. So there's Okay, so they're all sewn on. So now I'm going to do a seam finish on all that. And so move it to 2. I'm going to do a little seam finish there. And I'm doing it where it's closed. I'm closing those two edges together. So I didn't open it. And I'm just going to trim that little notch off there. To the other side. Okay, so I want to show you something here. When I cut out my second pocket or second group of pockets, I must have forgot to cut that one edge there. So what I'm going to do is just lay this flat like that and just trim that little excess off there. If that happens to you, just trim it off. Side as well. Okay. All right, so now I've got my pockets on, so that's step 29 is complete. So now I'm going to do the step 30 where it says stitch the front and back together at sides, leaving an opening between the large circles, and then stitch pocket edges together at the side seam. So what that means is you're going to put right sides together. So I'll go to the iron in a few minutes and press the seam towards the pocket. I'm going to match that seam, the seam pocket, match that together, pin it. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and press. I'm going to go to the iron to press it. So I'll be right back. Okay, so that's much better. All right, right sides together again. You can match that pocket seam and pocket seam together. And pin that. Alright, so now I'm going to stitch I'm going to stitch all the way to this circle right here. And you can use kind of your foot as a guide, so there's like, it's like a 1/4 of an inch distance between. Ooh, I keep forgetting to take it back off of zigzag. All right, and then I'm just going to hold that. Make sure the seams are together and just stitch all the way down. Once I get to that circle, then I'll back tack. There. And you'll do the same thing on the other side. So it's about 1/4 of an inch from here. You see, I'm going to stitch down to the dot. So it should look like that. It should look like that. All right, I think